During medieval times, a man known as Hassan-i-Saba becomes the unidentified founder of the Hashashin, a secret sect of Muslim assassins in the Middle East. Their goal is to kill those who oppose their god, Allah, and control the Islamic world through stealthy, tactical murder. They target and silence anyone, including sultans, kings, and judges, to preserve their political ideals. Despite being their leader, taking on the title Old Man of the Mountain, not a soul in the sect knows his identity, or can even attest to his existence. Rather, he is a phantom who haunts the order, slaying those who stray from the sect's doctrine and succumb to human desires. Thus, nobody who has ever seen him has lived to tell the tale. He leads the sect from Alamut, an occupied castle in the mountains. He has his assassins use drugs to bolster their minds and perform inhuman feats. After fulfilling his role as leader, the title of Old Man of the Mountain is passed down to another. From the shadows, he continues to observe his disciples, prepared to end them should they fall out of line. Thus, this original Hassan is referred to as King Hassan, one who kills other Hassans. The first of these disciples, the second Hassan, is a man known as Hanam. He succeeds as the leader of the Hashashin for developing, under the Islamic devil Shaitan, a divine miracle called a Zabaniya. These are ultimate techniques, mastered by any coveting the role of Hassan. Hanam's in particular is the delusional heartbeat, the actual arm of Shaitan, capable of cursing its foes. It allows him to project a mirror image of his target's heart, which he can crush, in turn, destroying the target's actual heart. By touching the target's chest, he can substitute the fake heart for the actual one, allowing him to devour it and gain their intelligence. Earning this succession, he gives up his name in exchange for Hassan of the Cursed Arm, the new Old Man of the Mountain. From then on, he imitates the supposed appearance and behavior of his predecessor. Surely, he carries on the same traditions and doctrines. In fact, it is this religious organization that makes the term assassin synonymous with secret killer. Stories of the Hashashin continue to be exaggerated and distorted through 19 generations of Hassan. With little known of when and why they passed on, the legend of Hassan becomes recorded into the throne of heroes as an improper servant, an anti-hero, welcomed only through the Holy Grail's corruption by Angra Mainyu. Because of this, any of the 19 Hassan can be summoned into a Holy Grail war, each with their own specialties. Much later, a magus by the name of Makiri Zolgan manages to keep his body alive for 300 years, utilizing familiar magecraft to implant his soul into crest worms. At this point, he is present for the formation of the Holy Grail War alongside Justiz Liedrich von Einsburn and Nagato Tosaka, and changes his name to Zoken Mato to mask his family's troublesome reputation. Nagato offers Fuyuki City as the location for the ritual. Justiz designs the Heaven's Feel system and sacrifices herself and other homunculi as magic circuits to form the core of the Greater Grail. Zoken proposes the Master-Servant system as a means of gathering mana from heroic spirits via the Throne of Heroes. These components become the basis for fulfilling a ritual that could bypass the counterforce and provide access to Akasha. Zoken seeks this to bring about an ideal utopia for himself, to transcend his human limitations. Yet, he is devastated by Justiz's sacrifice, for he admired her. To honor her, he decides to continue living until the ritual is successfully completed. However, over the next 200 years, he loses sight of his ideals, driven only by a maddening desire to become immortal. After multiple failures to obtain the Grail, he plots to draw out the corruption of Angra Mainyu. Come time for the 5th Holy Grail War, he has prepared his adopted granddaughter Sakura as Angra Mainyu's vessel by infesting her with crest worms. Medea summons her own servant, Kojiro Sasaki, into the assassin class. This is, of course, a deviation from the Holy Grail's design. In a sense, Kojiro is summoned as a false assassin. The war proceeds through its early stages, with Zoken's grandson Shinji serving as a master, borrowing Sakura's command spells. Meanwhile, Angra Mainyu begins to manifest as an all-consuming shadow. This shadow defeats Kojiro Sasaki at the Ryudo Temple Gate, and Shinji's servant Rider is defeated by Artoria Pendragon. Zoken, enraged at Shinji's incompetence, decides to make his move and enter the Grail War as a master himself. Zoken approaches the still-living corpse of Kojiro Sasaki and uses the assassin's flesh for summoning a true assassin servant. He begins the process, and a mangled, deformed arm breaks out of Kojiro's chest. This being, Hassan of the Cursed Arm, emerges and devours the remaining flesh, taking the form of a man. Due to this absurd summoning, however, Hassan is underdeveloped, requiring more victims to properly function. Thus, Zoken sets his focus on Ku Kulin and uses the shadow to subdue his prey. He has Hassan devour the Lancer's heart to develop the knowledge of speech. In addition to his noble phantasm, delusional heartbeat, Hassan of the Cursed Arm fights appropriately from the shadows, utilizing dirks, black daggers, to attack at range. He does Zoken's bidding, until encountering the priest, Kotomine Kirei, during an attempt to save Ilya from the Ainsburn forest. They fight among the trees, Hassan's daggers against Kirei's black exorcist keys. Hassan toys with his opponent, whittling down Kirei's endurance and supply of weapons, until finally having a chance to unleash his cursed arm. Without time to retaliate, Hassan activates his noble phantasm, reaching for Kirei's heart in an attempt to crush it in his grip. The battle seems to draw to a close, as there is nothing Kirei can do to stop the attack. However, the tables turn, and Hassan finds himself pinned by Kirei's keys. Kirei's heart had already been tainted by Angra Mainyu, making it impervious to Hassan's devilish grip. Pinned to the ground, Hassan is unable to stop Kirei from exorcising Zoken, significantly weakening him. Without a source of mana, Hassan tracks down his master's soul and finds Sakura beneath Mount Enzo. Zoken has been hiding within a false nerve attached to Sakura's heart. However, in his weakened state, Zoken cannot maintain control over Sakura, who is now consumed by Angra Mainyu. Sakura crushes Hassan, leaving only his tattered mask as she devours him completely. She then proceeds to rip into her own body and extract the parasitic Zoken before taking revenge by squashing his pitiful corpse. In the end, Hassan was merely a tool in Zoken's backfired scheme. As Zoken's soul fades, his final visions are of Ilya, donning the dress of heaven, reminding him of Justise, the woman he had been living for. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then go check out some of my other lore videos. It's my goal to make one of these for virtually every servant in the Nasuverse, and I would appreciate your support through that journey. The best way would be to become a patron of the channel. We offer different reward tiers, ranging from early access to the chance to suggest your very own video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to OtakuDaiKun for more anime lists, reviews, discussions, lore videos, let's plays, and the holy waifu wars. Until next time, celebrate your fandom.